After growing disillusioned with Aegon, Erryk left King's Landing and made his way to Dragonstone, where he joined Rhaenyra's Queensguard and swore fealty to the Queen. Erryk stayed behind, but after watching tonight's episode, he should have known better than to continue to put up with the petty Lord Commander Sir Criston Cole's iron grip, regardless of whether he can back Aegon. Cole is furious that the young Prince Jaehaerys was killed while he was watching over him. He is looking for someone to put the blame on, and when he sees that Erryk's white cloak is muddy, he was watching over Queen Dowager, Queen Helena, and Alicent during their mourning process through the city, he decides that Erryk will take the brunt of his wrath. In addition to giving the knight instructions to tend to his cloak before eating, Cole also gives him an immediate mission. He is to travel to Dragonstone, assume the identity of his twin brother, infiltrate the stronghold, and kill Rhaenyra there. Erryk objects, arguing that he is a knight, not an assassin, but Cole will not budge and orders him to carry out the suicide mission without first speaking with Aegon or Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King. Mysaria, the White Worm, who had just left the castle with his brother and the Queen, nearly calls out to Erryk as she passes. I kept waiting for her to sound the alarm, but she never does unless, that is, we're supposed to assume, off-screen, which is why assistance arrives on schedule. Erryk heads to Rhaenyra's bedchambers, where he steps in to relieve the knight in charge before going through her door and drawing his sword. At the same time, Erryk storms into the room, and they fight in one of the show's best battles. The fact that it becomes nearly impossible to distinguish between the two men who appear nearly identical very quickly is what makes it so amazing. Not only are we unable to know, but neither can the bystanders who dash into the fighting to aid Rhaenyra. Their similarities, which we might be able to see past in a moment of calm, become impossible to distinguish between because of the heat of battle, the armor, and the severity of the struggle. I'm not sure which one is which, cries a Queensguard from Rhaenyra. I'm not able to either. As a result, the fight becomes much more tense. Is Erryk here to kill Rhaenyra, or is Erryk defending her if one kills the other? They eventually kill each other, but before he kills Rhaenyra, the last guy standing turns to her and begs for her pardon. Was Erryk pleading for pardon for taking his own life and depriving her of one of her guardians? Or was it Erryk, who, shocked and grieving over his brother's death, suddenly realized it wasn't worth it? Erryk had earlier told Cole, "We are one soul split into two bodies." I'm paraphrasing. These are absurd pledges, as if Criston Cole were ever going to hold his own. At several points in the episode, the previously described parade of grief occurs,